when it comes to a little bit more of the material aspect of what's in water, from the TDS to the mineral count to, unfortunately, a lot of fluoride, chlorine, heavy metals, and whatnot, for people that want to come into right relationship with water, what would you say are like all the categories from a high level overview that one would consider in, having the best water?
I've been working with the autistic non-speaking children from the telepathy tapes and asked them that question, because I get asked that all the time. Like, what can we do for the waters that are polluted? What can we do to make a difference? And they essentially said to ask to be a vessel for source to flow through, so that the waters can receive that information from source. Because through mining and various other things that have happened, they feel like they want to feel that source energy again, that connection, and you can literally be that for them, to simply invite source to open up to give the waters everything they need. We're so used to everything having to be so practical and so physical, and we have completely forgotten the power within us to affect and improve things. We have bodies of water that are able to communicate with other bodies of water. And although at the moment I don't see chemical change, I see structural change. When, for example, I'm working with municipal tap water that holds all the varied things that tap water has. But then when you let that melt and refreeze it and hold it to your heart for 1 minute lovingly and refreeze, you see massive structural change, ferns and flowers and whatnot. Well, I think in time we might see, I hope, I haven't seen it yet, but I hope that there can even be physical change, the chemical change. But all water has potential still. And I think sometimes we don't give water enough credit. If water is a sentient being, for example, why would we think it couldn't shift? Why would we think that this world, perhaps it is that water doesn't want to flood, it wants to flood the hearts of people? What if, as a collective, people could simply come together as bodies of water to help shift the open source waters that we have? I see biggest changes in tap water with collective consciousness more than any restructuring device or anything out there. And what encourages me so much is I'm hearing these words of wisdom from people who I believe who genuinely are tapped in, not only as young people from the telepathy who have telepathy, but who can also tap into other realms of consciousness and a divine consciousness. And I trust them. I trust that they are saying there is simple ways we can transform the waters. Even municipal tap water still has potential.
Of course. And, it doesn't take away from like the changes both structurally and how it feels in our system when we're intentional with the water and how we drink it and how we care for it. And of course, we live in a world where it will serve us and our loved ones and family and children best if we're really also mindful of what before, like how it gets to the stage before we're about to drink it or bathe in it, And so I really love all the emotional and like intentional like components to it and how it's important to, and how consciousness can affect structure of water and whatnot. But do you pay much attention to how chlorinated and like the heavy metals that are in water and stuff like that?
I mean, you can smell it. So when I can smell water, I don't drink it.
That's interesting, because I feel like you get to that point by drinking pure water for a while, and then you can really actually smell water that has stuff in it.
It's so strong.
And yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Well, when you become cleaner and cleaner in your body, you can taste the difference in different waters. You can smell when there's things that really shouldn't be in water.
Mm-hmm.
Like water has many subtleties. I'm fortunate enough I don't have to drink municipal tap water. Even where we live, we have tanks that collect rain. And in New Zealand, where I live rurally, we don't have a lot going on in our skies, fortunately, so the rainwater is pretty beautiful. But many people don't have that option. And so many people, all they can afford is like filtered tap water. And I see that a lot of people still drink that. That's why I do talk about your conscious expression, because I've seen it makes at least structural change.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're collecting water, I love to keep water out of light. Like even by making little bags out of raw silk. Silk itself even builds exclusion zone when water's near it. You can do the same thing with linen because it has a high hertz frequency. It keeps it out of the light if you wrap it around your bottle, but it also helps to keep structural integrity last longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I have linen kind of covers over the spring water deliveries that we get here. And it just helps, I think, preserve the water and like algae after a month from building.
Yeah. But, you know, my area of specialty is in crystallography. And so there's lots of people out there with lots of different options for you being able to get the water to a beautiful state and also so that it's filtered all of those things out. I think that that's where I'll leave that because I don't promote anyone's stuff.
Yeah. No, it's just a good reminder and invitation to filter out, you know, a lot of the bad stuff that you're going to be like. People don't realize also like the effects of breathing in from showers and bathing, even more so than drinking.
Yeah, because it's become like a gas that we're inhaling. It's much worse. So there's lots of different filtration systems that you can choose to use, but I often send people to a friend of mine, Isabel Friend, who has all manner of really consciously made products that they can get. She likes the Spring Aqua system, which is basically like recreating a spring water in a similar, going through different variations of filtration that are natural with not using any electricity. So that's for a whole house system, which she really loves. But it's up to the person as to what they most resonate with. But there's also a lot of fear out there, and it's a lot of not feeding the fears.
Yeah.
Because
awareness, like I think awareness that just leads to fear is going to perpetuate disease, but awareness that leads to action that empowers you, I think, is ultimately the goal.
Yeah. I think if we were able to get back to the time when the waters were clean and we could just go and easily go and collect our spring water and live off the land and live on the land with bare feet, we would definitely feel quite different as an entire society. Everyone that goes walking along the beach barefoot is getting all the negative ions. They're already starting to have that feeling of feeling a little bit better, a little bit lighter.